Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. I'm really excited about this week's message. I called it Pay It Forward, Take the Challenge. And I want to read you the opening line from the movie Pay It Forward, which I think was maybe about 10 years ago. I didn't look it up. But Kevin Spacey stars in the movie, and he's a teacher. And in the beginning of the movie, he asks his I'm guessing maybe 8th grade, 7th grade students. What if the world is just a big disappointment? Unless you take the things you do like about this world and you flip them upside down, and you can start that today. So with that, Kevin Spacey introduces the challenge, and one of the students, a little boy, creates his way to flip the world upside down by paying it forward. And he shows a diagram. Now, you do this nice thing for this person, they do that for 3 more, who do it for 3 more, and etc. And it can spread across the whole world, right? And energetically, this is so true. And around the time that movie came out, I was involved in a abundance group of spiritual people, and we would have a call every week. And one week we decided we were going to take the next week and make it a pay it forward week in a way to generate abundance. And we all chose an amount of money, stretching ourselves, what we could afford, to give away during the week, and find innovative ways to give this money away. And the biggest thing was have fun with it, and request or put a sticky on your money requesting people pay it forward. That's a big part of it. It's nice to give a gift, but when it spurs the person on to the consciousness, well, what can I do to pay this gift forward? That's when it really, as you know, starts to roll like a snowball down the hill, gaining momentum. So that was the best week of the 2 weeks. We worked on many wonderful things over that time, but that was the best week for sure. And hold on, a message came up here. Microphone currently in use. I don't know why. I hope it's in use. Anyway, so given that I was at lunch with a couple of friends, my friends Diane and my new friend Barbara, just yesterday, and I was talking to them about my Pay It Forward experience, my best one that week. I had many. I took a bunch of $20 bills. And throughout the week, I prayed and asked that the best thing come forward for me to participate in this, to make the biggest difference. And they were all pretty wonderful, really. I have to say, I was flying so high that weekend for weeks to come. And my favorite one was in the grocery store. I did several in the grocery store, but there was this one very down and out elderly man opening his little purse and counting his money and looking at prices in his cart, which had very little in it. And I put a $20 bill when he was looking at the shelf. I just walked by and put a $20 bill with a little pink sticky that said, please pay it forward. And then I walked to the end of the aisle, and I kind of looked back, and he looked back. He was so surprised. He looked all around like real suspicious, and he picks up the $20 quickly, puts it in his pocket, and starts very jauntily walking down the aisle. It's the biggest smile on his face. I saw him later in the checkout with a big smile on his face and some more groceries too. So what a big high, right? And who knows what he went on and did with it. We don't even need to know that. So it came to me at the lunch, after the lunch actually, in October when I started my free mini sessions. I requested that in exchange for your free mini session, you pay it forward. And I'd appreciate a little email on how you chose to pay it forward. Well, a number of people didn't, and that's okay. But a number of people did, and some of them were just fantastic stories. And my favorite one was a bus driver from London. He had a Cockney accent, which I think we both had a little trouble understanding each other. But we had a great mini session. And he sent me an email shortly after that. And I guess, I might get this a little wrong, he was a metal worker or an artisan of some type. And he made these hearts. I think they were metal that said pay it forward or whatever. And he went around on his bus And he would smile at people, and if they smiled back, he'd give them one of these metal hearts that said, pay it forward. And he had many of them. I don't remember the number he did. In other words, when you smile at someone, they smile back, give them the pay it forward heart. And so we both just smiled because that went all over London. You know, who knows? Maybe they're still being given out. So that's my favorite story I got back from people, although there were many excellent, wonderful ones. And so I decided to create We're Heartlights this week to vibe up the energy of this world that can seem, as Kevin Spacey says, just like a big disappointment if that's where we focus. And I want to energize all you Heartlights folks out there that listen to me at all to take the Heartlights Challenge and set aside a week in August, doesn't matter what one, and create a plan that excites you to pay it forward. And the part of this that whether you choose money or another way, you have to make sure that the people know they're to pay it forward. That's part of it. You know, don't thank me, just pay it forward. And so find an exciting way that works for you to pay it forward. And then take your best story from that week and send it in to me. Any of your pay it forwards that really touch your heart, they all touch your heart. I probably did 12 or 14 of them that week. I don't remember. And almost all of them touched my heart in a profound way. I mean, I was riding high for a long time. So let's all ride high here. You know my saying, catch the magic. Let's, all you out there in Cyberland and other countries that listen or watch me and the people on my regular email list, let's join hearts and create a pay it forward Heartlights movement. And if you send me your stories, I will post them. I'll get a page on my site up to post them. And so you can all get the vibe from this. And I will, those who send me their stories, you can have a free mini session. We'll get them scheduled the best I can. You know, if it's far out, I'm sorry, but we'll do the best we can. And at the end of this, maybe by the end of September or so, we're going to choose the best story. And you all can help me choose it. And that person can go on the end of April, beginning of May 2015 Sedona 5-day Sedona trip free, which is a $999 value. Not that you need, I thought hard about this, because not that you need a prize to go out here and do this. This is going to turn you around, especially if you're depressed, if you're down and out, if you're feeling broke, whatever it is, this very energy turns everything around. Rent the movie if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it already, rent it again. And let's join in a big movement here to pay it forward. I am so excited about this. So have a great week. Let me know what's going on. Keep it coming. Take the challenge. Let's see what we can create. We'll feel it. I'm already feeling it. I remember when they talked about the 9th wave, I could feel that wave rolling in for the shift. So now we're energizing the shift. And if you think of a teeter-totter, this great energy is going to push it way in our favor as things shift here. So catch the magic, have fun with this, get a hold of me, take a look at Egypt in March, a return. It's going to be awesome. Sedona in April, beginning of May, and the Alaskan spiritual cruise too. Great bargain. So I look forward to seeing you next week. Have fun with this. Bye now.